So love. I do this thing called contemplative prayer sometimes, where you pick a word and you just say it over and over and over in your mind for like 5 or 10 minutes. And it shifts as you do that. And like some of my favorite words to do this, like I've done it with the word beauty. And after about 5 minutes, like everything is beautiful. It's like, ooh, who knew that the doorknob was so beautiful? I've done it with the word grace. And today I wanted to do it with you with the word love. And so this little exercise is okay, so if love could cure cancer, nobody would die of cancer. I mean, really seriously. I mean, very few people would. I've seen such love-filled lives, either internally and people loving them, have trouble, you know. I mean, it seems like love doesn't have anything to do with it. It seems like it's all separate. But I would posit that it's nothing and everything, that love has everything to do with healing with cancer, and it has nothing to do with healing from cancer. So I'd like to talk about the part that has something to do with it, because it gives us something to do, because it's really hard to do nothing. It's hard to do nothing, but that's actually the challenge. So I'd like you to pick an object, and I'm going to pick this glass. It's just this glass that I've had, right? And if I look at this glass, I can lovingly look at this glass, and I can feel the smoothness of it. It's not that I'm loving it like I would love a cat or a dog or a baby, like, oh, what a beautiful glass. It's not necessarily it's actually kind of faded, and you know, the little logo on it's kind of faded and been through the dishwasher a lot of times. And so in some ways it's not necessarily like this heartwarming object, and which is why I chose it. It's sort of a neutral object. So look around and see if you have sort of a pen or I don't know, just some random thing that's not necessarily beautiful. So like this, to me, has a lot of beautiful energy, a lot of intention went into it, so don't pick up something like that. Or I have this salt crystal here on my desk, like that has a lot of, well, that might work because it's not that great. But I have my computer mouse, that might work fine, just something that you can look at. And I'd like you to look at it as if, and love it. And then find the place in your consciousness that is able to love this object. Bring love to it. See the love that it's doing. Like I'm feeling the smoothness. I'm sensing how it never changes. It fades in the dishwasher, but it's just sort of there. And I'm appreciating this glass. And then you look behind that positive, okay, I'm loving my glass right now. It's almost like the glass answers back. It's like there's something inherently love-worthy in this object. And it's like it's answering you back, and that's what I'm inviting you to find. Because healing is a call and response, and then if you're busy calling it and not responding to it, it's hard to find it. So you're loving, loving, loving your object, and then you're just sort of noticing how it loves you back. And it's not that it's alive, it's not that it can talk to you, but its very nature contains some love. It might contain other things too, but we're looking for the love in it. And it's deeper than psychic, it's deeper than astral. So I'm asking you to go deeper than like all the loving water that I've drunk from this glass over the years, like all the good hydration that I've had. Like it's deeper than that. Is this helping anybody? Does it help you go any deeper? Or like, what is she talking about? It's like its true nature, its essence. When you get to something's essence, there's always love there. It's its own unique thing, and yet its presence in the universe is one of love. Okay. All right. All right. So now I'm going to do that with everybody on the list. All right. So I'm going to look at the list, and I'm going to look at all the names on the list. And I'm going to tune into the love that's behind all of them. For me, it's easier to do that with people and animals than with a glass. So I instantly feel the love. It's almost like if you were, like if you're focusing on my image here, and love was the background, suddenly you'd be aware of the background rather than like my face, like the wall behind me. If the wall behind me is love, then that would, so it's the love that's underneath and behind all these people. And when I connect with that love, I'm able to connect in a way that is not egotistical, and it's not sentimental. It's validation of the true essence, the true nature. And I feel like when I connect with that part of the people and the pets on the list, and I don't have to know them personally, I just can connect that way, I feel like I'm in contact with healing forces, or it feels like that's the place. Like if I just look at the list of names and I imagine what I think Stephen looks like, and I imagine what 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏 looks like, and so forth. It's sort of in my head and it's mental. I'm trying to go into a deeper experiential place. And I'm inviting you to do that with me, okay? As we go into our little healing circle around the pond, right? Because no matter what form we do, whether we're cycling, whether we're just listening, whether we're visualizing, that's still very mental, okay? It's almost like what the form allows you to be while you're there with it. So there's not a right way to be when you're healing, but I'm just inviting you to go beyond appearances. All right, let's see if that moves or changes or shifts this in a way. Okay, so Angela said I was fully present with the glass. Lisa says I just found beauty in the way the light reflects off a black plastic lid. Who knew? Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. And then suddenly life is full of consciousness, and the consciousness that heals. All right, so when we go, we're going to go in a few minutes and do our normal little guided visualization. And the idea is to connect with what's behind the images, because the spirit, the psychic realm, is one of images and emotions. And the place that cures cancer is not psychic, but sometimes you go through that psychic realm of emotions and images to a place beyond that, a place of non-duality or a place of sublimity. And you do get feelings and emotions as a result of it, but you're not just like, the emotions and images are like an address so that can flow through into your life. But it's important not to confuse the form with what the form is holding. Okay, so it's not, we shouldn't confuse this with just a glass. It's holding like the universe in it. Everything's in it. Everything's in this glass. So, yeah. All right, you ready to go? Let's do it.